A lot of companies think marketing should generate leads, but that's actually not its first job.
Welcome to the Life Stages Development Podcast, where host and owner of Life Stages Development, Steve Schamberger, brings you stories, experiences, and advice in business development and marketing. Now here's Steve with today's episode.
We often see the assumption that if marketing were working, there would be more leads. When the pipeline slows down, marketing is usually the first place people look. But a lot of potential customers will tell you that they've already heard of your company before the first conversation ever happened. And that's because marketing's first job is recognition. They had seen the name somewhere, maybe a video, something the company shared, or someone mentioned something to them. So when the sales meeting happens, the company's not completely unfamiliar. The potential client already has a sense of who they're talking to and what they're hoping to purchase from the company. Many companies operate with a straightforward model in mind. Marketing generates leads and sales closes them. Long before someone becomes a lead, they have often already seen the company in small ways. They might see a video explaining something about the industry, they come across a project, an example, or they hear about a company mentioned in a conversation. These moments alone don't make the customer buy, but they do begin to help shape how the customer sees your company. That's why marketing's first job is recognition. By the time a customer or potential customer reaches out to talk, they already have an impression in their mind of who the company is and what they're known for. The tension shows up when companies expect marketing to behave like a faucet for leads. So when the pipeline slows down, the instinct is to ask the marketing department why more leads are not appearing. But most potential customers don't move from unfamiliar to customer in a single step. Over time, through accurate marketing, your company name starts to feel familiar, and familiarity reduces uncertainty. When potential customers evaluate a company, they're not only asking whether the company can technically do the work, they're also wondering, do these people seem credible? Do they understand the kind of work that we need? And are they the kind of team we would feel comfortable working with? Those questions get answered over time with proper marketing. When marketing has done its job well, by the time the potential customer reaches out, they already have a sense of your company and are interested in working together. This is where alignment between marketing and sales becomes critical. Marketing and sales are often treated as two separate functions with different goals. Marketing produces content campaigns and visibility. Sales produces revenue and reality. They're two parts of the same system. Marketing shapes how the market sees your company. It helps potential buyers recognize the name and understand what your company appears to be good at. Over time, it forms the perception that surrounds the business. Sales then steps into that perception and turns it into a real conversation. When marketing has already helped potential customers recognize your company, the sales conversation starts in a much stronger place. Instead of introducing your company from scratch, they build on familiarity that already exists. Instead of proving credibility, they demonstrate fit. When marketing is not trying to close deals and sales is not trying to create awareness, both teams get to operate where they're the strongest. Marketing can create on helping potential buyers become familiar with your company, and sales can focus on understanding the buyer's problem and showing how they can solve it. Marketing's job is to make sure your company isn't a stranger to the market. Over time, it helps people recognize the name, understand what you're known for, and feel more comfortable starting a conversation. By the time someone reaches out, they're usually not discovering you for the first time. They're following up on an impression that's already been forming. And when that's happening consistently, it becomes clear what marketing is actually doing. It's not producing leads on demand, it's making sure buyers or potential customers already recognize your company by the time they reach out. Remember, great businesses aren't built by accident. We share ideas like this regularly for leadership teams trying to clarify their brand, strengthen trust with the market, and make growth more predictable. If this conversation was helpful for you and you're thinking through similar challenges inside your business, you can learn more about what we do at lifestagesdevelopment.com. Also, feel free to subscribe so you don't miss any future conversations.
Thank you for listening to the Life Stages Development Podcast. Follow us on YouTube, LinkedIn, and Instagram. And check out our website, lifestagesdevelopment.com, for ways to work together.